What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the It's Game Time podcast. My name is Jet, and with me, as always, is my co-host Eric. Eric, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I walked in rain
You walked in rain. You did.
before recording this, and then I had issue getting Tijuana flats, but I got it. So I'm not hangry.
Good.
I'm not hangry.
We've seen Eric at his worst, and we do not want to see it on a live recording of the It's Game Time podcast. So we're glad he's well fed and ready to go.
Yeah, in which since the last time recording, it started the week in between recordings started out fantastic on Sunday. And then it just got bad.
Yes, it did for you.
It just got bad. But tomorrow I am flying up to the Ohio State University.
Nice.
Of course, they asked me to come and visit them. They saw how much of a popular content creator that I am.
Oh, I thought you were talking about going to play football there, maybe.
Oh, no. I'm making content with them.
Oh, okay. Because I overheard a conversation saying that you were going to, record some film to get some schemes to bring back.
Oh, yeah.
Help us with flag
Yeah, that's
football,
in the whole
hodgepodge. I got you.
Because I'm just so popular. I mean, shout out to my boy Kendall from back home for having me on the Nosebleeds.
Appreciate you following the Instagram page, Kendall.
Yes, thank you so much, Kendall. In which, if you guys out there, if you didn't see on my Instagram, Kendall has his own sports podcast. It's called The Nosebleeds. It's on Spotify also, in which he does a great job at that. So I would definitely recommend giving him a listen.
Go check that out for sure.
Exactly. But it is episode Air Jordan
23.
Now. Yes. Or actually, I'm sorry. It's actually LeBron James'
episode. Come on. Michael Jordan was the original number 23.
Yeah, but I guess LeBron made it better.
Made it better. Oh my God. Let's not bring back the LeBron stuff we had on episode number 2.
I don't know. I mean, hey, NBA preseason's in effect now, and which I think October 19th is the first night, I guess you want to say, of the NBA 2021-2022 season, in which, of course, LeBron's just going to win it all.
LeBron is going to win it all.
Yeah. I mean, injuries.
40-year-old guys on this team right now.
I know, but they have a full offseason to rest now. They're going to be in the best shape of their life, like Big Ben.
Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and
yeah. I mean, LeBron is the reason why they're going to win the championship.
I guess we have a long way to go to start talking about NBA finals previews and predictions. We'll have plenty of those along the way.
Yeah, LeBron's going to sadly beat my Knicks in the NBA finals.
Oh my God! Stop that! No. LeBron and the Knicks in a finals.
Absolutely.
Maybe when Bronny joins the Knicks.
I mean, gladly welcome father-son face-off in the finals. The viewership would be insane if it's LeBron and the Lakers versus the New York Knicks.
2 big markets.
Freaking RJ Barrett leading the way. RJ Barrett could yam on.
What about Derrick Rose? You think he'll be out of the league by then?
Oh, no. Because it's going to happen next season.
Next season already? Bronny's next season getting drafted? I don't know.
Yeah. He was quick tracked into the
Really? Wow. Yeah. That's breaking news here on the NBA podcast.
Yeah, he committed to
quick track to the NBA.
He committed to UNC.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, no. I'm sorry. I misread my my notes in the back here. He committed to Memphis because that's where it seems all the big time players.
Make sure you gotta make sure with the notes. I know you prep weeks in advance for these episodes. Just those kinds of things are important for the viewers to understand.
I understand. That's why I corrected myself.
I appreciate it. My notes. I didn't have anything about Bron. I'm looking right now really quick. Sorry guys, give me a second. I didn't have anything about Bronny because I thought we were just gonna be talking about football and baseball today, but we got a little sidetracked. That's okay because it's an Air Jordan, LeBron episode, I guess.
I mean, Anthony Davis also. Gosh,
who else? Number 23.
I don't know. White Mamba. Scalabrini. Was he 23?
Was he? I don't know. I feel like it was like in the 40s or something.
That probably was.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if he was 32.
32.
Well, yeah, guys, it is episode 23 of the It's Game Time podcast, in which we're going to be talking about, sadly, baseball for me. And the Dodgers almost sweeping all the Yankees news under the rug.
Almost.
Talking about fantasy, in which that was a fantastic week for me, a rough week for Jet. And then we're going to give our week 5 matchups and predictions.
We'll see if Eric maybe gained a little bit of ground on me from last week.
I'm hoping.
We'll see. Well, I'll have all the results for that. But we only had one Instagram poll because we actually started a contest for the first week. We had everybody vote on the Instagram polls for each of the week 4 games. And in the end, the winner of this week's NFL pickup competition was our friend Lindsey Graham, had the most correct, and her prize was a Built Bar.
Which flavor?
It was the cookies and cream Built Bar.
Are we gonna get any different flavors?
We have a couple shipments coming in the next couple of days, so I'll see what flavors they give me, because the brand ambassadorship we have with Built Bar, it's a nice partnership.
What's the promo code you can
Promo code it's ITZ1420. You get 10% off your Built Bar today. We've gotten a lot of orders and we appreciate it because keep them coming. I couldn't say that with a straight face, but yeah, no, we have gotten a lot of orders and want them to keep coming, because not only those funds that go to us help us to make the podcast better, and that's what we want for you guys.
Yes, in which we're hoping to get a video camera at one point.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's the next.
No more recording on Zoom from my laptop right now, because the quality is subpar, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe better lighting. I don't know. We may go and rent out a studio.
I was gonna say, I think it's time to rent out a studio. I think it's in my budget now.
Really?
I really do.
I think we just have to go and buy a complete apartment and then just turn it into a complete studio setup. Our office space, recording space, then research area for you.
Yes. Especially all the notes have been piling up that we've been doing, and having like a specific designated research area would really help, like keep mine and your notes organized.
In which we already put out looking for hire on LinkedIn, guys.
Yes. LinkedIn, the job posting is now up, so just reach out to either Eric or myself, and we're happy to get you started on working for one of the fastest growing podcasts in the industry right now. So yeah, we appreciate it. But let's get on to the Instagram poll we have.
Yeah.
So the question was, in regards to It's Game Time Fantasy Football League, who will win, Eric or myself? People were split in this situation.
Surprisingly.
And honestly, looking back at it, I don't know why they were split, because I got absolutely smoked by Eric. And it was one of the most depressing Sundays of my life. Add to a long list of depressing Sundays I've had throughout my tenure playing fantasy football. I don't really want to repeat the final score. I know Eric
I'm going to. Let's not get that twisted.
Let me just, before Eric starts going off about how we found Cordero Patterson, a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Cordero Patterson had the game of his life. He definitely didn't even do this in high school. So for this to continue, I would tip my cap to him and congratulate him on that.
But you know that I'm pretty damn good at the waiver wires. I have a history.
You have a very, very short list of guys.
Successful.
You have been surprised on the successful.
I mean, I also got Hunter Renfrow. I picked him up. Dropped 16 points. Didn't start him, of course, because you don't usually do that for waiver wire claims. No. But I think that's another great find by me. If Hunter Renfrow is still available in your league, guys, go and pick him up.
He's honestly not comparing him to Cooper Kupp at all, but he has a lot of his game resembles him in a little bit of way. He's never going to get as many targets as Cooper Kupp does, but he's that same build.
I see him as kind of similar to Jalen Waddle, but because Jalen Waddle doesn't have as good of a QB as Derek Carr, he's not going to get as many targets. Right. They're very similar in game style. They rely on just targets and receptions. Do not expect them to crack the 100-yard mark, the century mark.
He's a PPR machine. If you play in a PPR league, definitely go get him now. And speaking of Cooper Kupp, we're watching here on a Thursday night. The Rams and Seattle Seahawks just kicked off.
Let's go lock it.
Eric's man crush, Russell Wilson, is playing in this game against the Rams, who suffered a big loss against the Cardinals last week. But we'll get into more NFL stuff. But
do we want to get into fantasy? Can I talk?
Let's just talk about the fantasy.
All right. So let's talk about our matchup.
Yeah.
The final score was I scored 188 points. Jets scored 117. I beat you by 70 points.
Yes, and not only did you beat by 70 points, with that margin of victory, you passed me. Well, it wouldn't even matter. You passed me in points. Simply put, like my three best players just did not get the job done.
That's very much true.
Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, and Aaron Jones, who should have been my top three scorers, were my bottom three scorers if you don't count my defense, my kicker, and then a few other guys. But yeah, it was a miserable outing for my team for sure.
The thing is that the week prior, guys, if you remember, I said I had a down week.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill didn't show up for me, and Tyreek Hill showed up for me. He dropped 47.6 points, arguably the second highest in his fantasy career.
I think so. Yeah.
And then Patterson dropped 34.6.
Best game of his life. Yeah.
Eckler dropped 29.5.
Yes. Eckler just had to rub it in on Monday Night Football after the match was already over.
I know. And then Herbert dropped 21 points or something. And then Marquise Brown scored 19. So I was very happy with my performance, and hopefully going forward. Patterson he has a really good matchup this week.
Yeah, I heard that Patterson is on the trading block, so we'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I may want to keep him for another week just to raise his stock even more. He's playing the Jets in London.
Minus Calvin Ridley
and Russell Gage.
Yes.
So he's obviously going to get an increase in volume, even with Mike Davis still getting probably his normal touches.
Yeah, I mean, well, if Cordero Patterson starts to get more volume, he's not going to obviously score 40 points a game, but between 15, maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 some games, I think seems more realistic. But I just want to look around the league a little bit.
Yes.
Josh has pretty much been dominating this league. He went to 4-0, has leading the second place in points by over 100. He has 659 points.
Tommy, I would give Tommy some of that credit.
I will, not a little, a lot of that credit. Tommy, if you don't remember correctly, Tommy gave Devontae Adams, George Kittle, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and a blockbuster. So whatever, blockbuster, But I do gotta say about Tommy, he's made some trades where he's totally lost, but he just acquired Christian McCaffrey this morning. Actually, he sent a bunch away to get Christian McCaffrey after being down on Christian McCaffrey the whole year. He decided to give up his whole team and more. Now he's back to where he started. So
yeah,
he was looking promising for a second. He was.
Yeah, and then he just fucked himself.
He did. But that's the thing with Tommy this year. We'll gladly have him in the league next year. I mean he's a no doubt lock next
year. Yeah, because he's just an easy trade candidate apparently. Yes. I mean, you have to usually be the first to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
In which hopefully me and you will be able to trade with him in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, after what happened in our other last year, I thought I was looking at the Mendells, and I thought they would be the easiest trade target.
Okay.
The Mendells have been holding firm on their ground, and they have not. You haven't made any trades.
I'm being more stronghold this year, and in any of the leagues that I am in, I am being very stronghold in my players that I have chosen.
Yes.
Because I got screwed over last year, and I'm learning from my mistake. I put my hand on the hot stove, and I got burned.
You got burnt bad.
I got burned.
Got burnt really bad.
It's like a first-degree burn, people. Now, not even turning the stove on.
Now you're trying to trade for James Robinson as many leagues as possible to try and make up for what you did last year.
Exactly. I need my redemption. Yeah. I need to get that recoupling going with James Robinson after I wrongly traded him.
Yes, but if the season were to end today, the top 6 teams that would be making the playoffs would be Josh, Lindsay, Austin, Aaron, Eric, and Connor. I'm right now on the outside looking in. I'm looking to try and make some improvements on my team. I'm not really happy with where I currently stand, but that's the beauty about fantasy football. You can change your team in a second with simple trade, and that's what I'll be looking to do over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's going to be a exciting rest of the season.
Yeah,
for sure.
right now I would be facing Aaron in the playoffs, and I faced Aaron this week. Aaron has a damn good team.
Yeah, you would play. Yeah, you'd be playing. No, you would be playing.
No, I would see Team Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Lindsay and Josh, I think, have a bye, right? Is that how I set it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would have a bye, and then 4 and 5, 3 and 6.
Yeah, so it was just Aaron has a very good team.
Nice.
I'm looking at it as the matchup that I have with him this week. It's going to be a tough matchup for me. I need Patterson to once again go off in London against that Jets defense that gave up a lot of yards to Derrick Henry. So hopefully Patterson can get somewhat of a good game out of it.
Potential early playoff preview. So it's
yes. So hopefully I can win the first matchup between the two of us. Is there anything else for?
No, I want to shift gears here a little bit.
I guess so.
MLB playoffs have started, everybody.
The Dodgers are moving on.
Hold on. The Dodgers are moving on, but there's a game we have to talk about.
What are you talking about?
On Tuesday night, it was a beautiful Tuesday night.
It was a nice Tuesday
The
night.
Yankees traveled to Boston. Garrett Cole on the mound. How could you lose with your Cy Young perennial all-star pitcher on the mound? Didn't even last 3 innings. He
Went
pitched
2.2.
Right, exactly. Then you got this guy Phil Nevin, third base coach.
Well, we love Nevin. All right. We all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes,
And
but this was a big mistake.
It was a big mistake.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, Aaron Judge was rounding third. It was a great relay from, I think, Kike to Xander Bogaerts.
No, I think Hunter Renfroe was playing right field there.
Okay. Then it was
No. It was Kike because it was shifted and Verdugo made the bad play.
Kike to Renfroe to Vasquez.
No, Kike to
Bogaerts, my bad. And then it wasn't even close. Judge got thrown out. It was a great relay, but I think we've talked about this a little. It probably wasn't the best idea to send him. You still stand by that.
Absolutely. You would have had one. Let's say this. That was a home run. I don't care what StatCast says. They are wrong. Like statistically, I'm pretty sure it's been proven that their statistics are off a little bit.
Yeah.
It said that 400-foot home run by Giancarlo Stanton was out in only 11 of the 30 ballparks. I'm sorry. That is just that. I don't think that's true at all. I think it's at least half.
Well, the one thing that I think that doesn't take into account is like the weather at the time and other factors. So it is a little misleading, but yeah, with Stanton's power, that was probably a
home run at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
But
the Yankees didn't do enough to get a wild card again at Yankee Stadium.
I'm getting to that.
All right, let's hear it. What do you have to say? What else?
Well, I gotta still talk about Judge. So that should have been a home run. Judge, if you watch the video, Judge was letting up because he was making the correct presumption that he was going to be held at third.
But should he have made that assumption?
I think he should have because I think, made the right read.
But he didn't have as good of an ankle as the third base coach. Like rounding third, you're relying all on the third base coach, and he has the clear ankle. So you obviously didn't trust him 100%.
I think if you look at the running path that Judge did, it's not a good running path.
No, it was not.
It was not a good running path because I think he also thought it was a home run.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the stadium, I think everyone watching at home thought that was a home run. Yeah. Like the first hit was a home run by Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
So I think that affected the running path. I think there's a lot of factors. It still goes on Phil Nevins for sending him because Bogaerts had the ball when Judge hit third.
Yeah.
And Judge wasn't firing around third here. You would have been able to stop him, and Judge would have been able to safely stay at third base. It wouldn't have been like he would have gotten backpicked and would have been out.
Right.
And which then it would have been first and third, one out, Joey Gallo at the plate. Joey Gallo does not hit the ball on the ground.
No.
He hits the ball in the air, he strikes out. Okay. And I would like to have one out.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo at the plate, who can hit a sacrifice fly kind of easily, in which when he came to bat, he hit a warning track shot. Right. So it's just, and then you have Gleyber Torres, who has going into playoffs was a very good hitter. He was just getting base hits. So I don't get it. at all. That was a bad send. Garrett Cole shit the bed. I think Garrett Cole shitting the bed completely
That set the tone.
Set the tone. You cannot throw an 83-mile-an-hour changeup middle to Xander Bogaerts. That is batting practice.
Even with how much Xander Bogaerts has been struggling down the stretch, you can throw that ball to any MLB hitter and they're going to crush it.
That is batting practice.
Yes.
And you're pitching scared to Rafael Devers. I guess that's the only bat you should be afraid of. But you had him on.
You're Garrett Cole. You shouldn't really be afraid of anybody.
Yeah, you can, but you have to. He wasn't challenging him. You can be wary of him because his swing can just change the game like that.
Of course, yeah.
But challenge him. When you had him, he had him on 2 strikes right before the Xander Bogaerts home run, and you wouldn't even challenge him. You were trying to make him swing at something out of the zone when Devers is too good for that. He's not Bobby Dahlback.
Yeah.
He's not. He's Rafael Devers for a reason. So we did not pay that money to have Cole shit the bed.
No.
That is not what Cole was supposed to do. When he was in Houston, he didn't do that. But with the Yankees now, I'm not fully upset that they lost this game, honestly, because there's now going to be changes being made.
What changes do you think?
Philosophical changes. Ideological changes need to be made. More so than player changes.
Is Boone out?
Boone is out just because his contract is done up this year, so they're just not going to pick it back up. He's not going to get fired.
Cashman?
Cashman's going to – I want Cashman to stay.
Okay.
I think the analytic team needs to have a little bit of a change. I think they are too wishy-washy on the analytics. You're either fully into it or you use it a little bit, but you cannot go 50-50 because then it screws you over like it has screwed you over. But it's the philosophical change of not taking the regular season seriously because of this persona the Yankees have, because they're the Yankees, because they have the history behind them. They need urgency. They got swept by the Tigers using AAA pitchers. You win one of those games, you could potentially have had home field advantage in that wild card, and Giancarlo Stanton would have hit 3 home runs in that game.
Well, you could look at it like that, but then you could look at any of the other AL teams, and you could point back to other series.
I get that, but the Red Sox were in a rebuilding year. They took a presumed rebuilding year. They took the regular season seriously. The Rays, of course, took the regular season seriously. They always do. They won over 100 games. The Blue Jays took the regular season seriously. The Yankees were the only one that didn't. They were 1 game back from being in 4th place in the division.
Yeah, and the Red Sox, they won this game with not even their best starting pitcher on that. You got to tip of the cap to Nate Eovaldi.
Huge credit to Nathan Eovaldi, because I told you this because I watched something to which they pointed out. The Yankees did, in fact, know what Nathan Eovaldi was pitching, not because they were stealing signs or anything like that. But Nathan Eovaldi was tipping a pitch because in the prior matchup that they had against Nathan Eovaldi, they rocked him.
Yes.
Because he was tipping something. And it's confirmed by people in the organization that Nathan Eovaldi at the time was tipping something. So going into this game, you can see it immediately. They were just first pitch swinging fastball. Mm-hmm. And yet Nathan Eovaldi would not – what was great about his pitching, I'll say this, he did not put anything in the middle of the zone. He was dicing up those edges perfectly. And the thing is, he knew that they had his signs because he was trying to do quick pitches and stalls also, like a little freeze and little Johnny Cuetos action. Mm-hmm. Everyone knew there. The Boston Red Sox knew. Nobody knows what the tell it was, and I'm telling you, it's not that they were stealing signs from the catcher because it was 2 different catchers. It was something Nathan Eovaldi was doing, but no one knows what it is. Only the Yankees do, and yet they still couldn't. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton beat him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Giancarlo Stanton beat him in the first matchup, and then
they go back. They have a history. They were both on the Marlins together.
Yes,
that probably played a little bit because he's seen him plenty of times. But
I'm not fully upset that that we lost. I don't think we were going to make it to the World Series. It would have been very tough.
It was definitely possible. I mean, you don't think it was even possible? You don't think?
I think there's a possibility, but I mean, how did
the Yankees do against the Rays this year?
I don't. I don't know the
Again,
record.
approximate were they?
Just going off of the last series of the season when the Rays had nothing to play for and was kicking our ass.
Yeah. The Rays always fun.
I mean, they're playing against the Red Sox tonight of this recording, so we'll see what's going on with that game also. But I'm gonna guess prediction 4 to 5 Yankees players in the starting lineup are going to return.
Okay.
Only 4 to 5.
Would you be able to say who you think those 4 or 5 are?
Yeah. Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, DJ LeMahieu, Joey Gallo, and Gio Urshela. Okay. I think Gleyber Torres has potential to be on the trade block. He's not going to be our starting shortstop. Right. Anthony Rizzo's gone. Right. I don't see the point of paying for him. Is Gardner retiring? Gardner, I have no clue. I like Greg Allen. Tyler Wade, I think could. We have Aaron Hicks coming back next year, so potentially it could be the last season. What's the biggest need you think that need? Yeah. Starting pitching. I don't know. A catcher. I'll say Gleyber Torres probably is a potential trade candidate. Luke Voigt is the trade candidate. Of course. They made that very clear in the regular season by not just playing him, and then he got injured because he wasn't playing. I think Gary Sanchez is on the trade block, but I think they're going to bring in a veteran to be like, if you can't figure out this guy that we know has experience, he'll take over. Right. I don't know what's going to happen with Higashioka. Did you say LeMahieu in your? LeMahieu's saying. Okay. I think they're going to move LeMahieu to first base. That's why I think they're not going to re-sign Rizzo, and they're going to trade Voigt. I think we're going to trade Voigt for pitching. And I think they can get a quality bullpen piece or like a 3 to 4. Hopefully, that's starting pitching for me. Like when I watch the Yankees, I feel like that's the area of need at this moment. Yeah. After Cole, I think it's too much. I mean, Nestor Cortez had a great season. Yeah. Severino is coming back. Is he? You think he'll stay in the reliever role? No. It's just because he kind of was rushed back, and like that's the only role he could have, and he did really good in that role. So he'll slot in as the number 2 then, behind or unless there's someone else there. No. I think it's going to be like, let's say it's going to be Cole. Montgomery was good. Right. He did have statistically a very good season. He just had a lot of losses because whenever he pitched, the Yankees didn't want to hit. You can look at it. The Yankees never hit when it was Montgomery's pitching day. Wow. Never. They never put run support with him. But I would say Cole, Montgomery, Nestor Cortez, Severino, Taillon. Okay. So no Kluber. No, I don't want Kluber back. Okay, so he's gone. He's not even. He was a 10 mil 1 year deal. Right. He's done. He's out, and we have Luis Gil in the minors. He was very successful this year, so that's a little. We have Clark Schmidt coming back also. He's a quality starting. Could be a quality starter when someone inevitably gets injured. Right. But the Yankees could be in shortstop for one of the big. Could be in the market for one of the big shortstops. Like Trevor Story? I think Corey Seager. Corey Seager, yeah. Because then here's the thing. I think they're going to put Corey Seager at short. They have a lot of shortstops that they really love in the minors right now. Okay. And then they're going to move Corey to third and bring up the shortstop in the minors right now. So where does I think Gio then is going to be gone. At that point down the road, I think he will be gone. I got you. So that's my prediction. The Yankees will actually be in the market for one of the top end shortstops. Okay. Interesting. So that's my Yankee rant. Yeah, that was Eric's Yankee rant. So just to keep, if you're not up to speed on what the MLB playoff picture looks right now, the Red Sox are in the midst. The first game of the series is starting tonight against the Rays, and then in the NL. Eric mentioned it before, the Dodgers won in walk-off fashion against the Cardinals last night. Chris Taylor. I watched that live, and I was like, too. Shit. What a way to end it. Yeah, I mean. I wish it was Belly. Yeah. I mean, he played a big part in, getting on base and then getting the second. Tampa Bay's up 2-0 right now, bottom second. Okay. Dude, I think Wander Franco, I saw a notification about him. I am looking play-by-play, scoring play. Franco double deep center. Rosarena scored, and then Diaz reached on an infield single to third. Franco scored.
Okay, so yeah, I think we both agree that we think the Rays are going to win.
World Series.
This series against the Red Sox.
Yeah, and I now think that I think they're going to beat. I think they're going to the World Series.
How many games do you think they win this series against the Red Sox?
4.
4 games.
Yeah, I think 4.
I think 4. I agree. Yeah,
it's hard to see the Red Sox getting swept.
Yeah, they're not getting swept.
They're not going to get swept. Their top of the lineup is way too good.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took them to a game 5 though.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 4, and then I think it's going to be a rematch from last year. I think it's going to be Astros Rays.
Yeah, the Astros took game 1 against the White Sox today.
Beat them up.
The White Sox are just have not figured out. They have all the talent. They just
youth, man. I'm telling you, youth.
Yeah, but and then in the NL, the Dodgers and Giants, I believe, are facing off in the playoffs for the first time.
That's going to be the best matchup of the entire postseason.
It sucks that it can't be an NLCS series.
It sucks it can't be the World Series series.
I know, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the best series in the entire playoffs.
And Braves Brewers. Offense versus defense, or offense versus pitching.
We would like to think that defense pitching will win out, but Braves
have prolific.
They have figured it out.
Austin Riley.
With the absence of Ronald Acuna, they have assembled a bunch of guys that had made up somewhat for his loss, and
they can smash.
Yes, Freddie Freeman, Adam Duvall, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, like
Jock Peterson. Is he doing anything?
Yeah, I don't know what his numbers have been like, but he's there. Jorge Soler, Dansby Swanson.
They got dudes.
Yeah. They're ready to go against Woodruff, Burns, and Freddie Peralta, and Hader in the back end too.
Yeah, sucks that Devin Williams wants to hit a wall like a 13-year-old raging from playing COD.
That's just
what if he never throw a screwball like he used to?
Oh God, MLB The Show will never be the same.
Never be the same. I don't even know if he's on the rosters anymore. Not on live rosters. He's out.
I think I'm gonna return that game. If I did not have the ability to throw a screwball with Devin Williams.
Guys, just look up on YouTube.
Yes.
It's an unhittable pitch in the show.
You'll just watch it on
you know it's coming. Yeah. You know it's coming. You still can't hit it.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, ready to move on back. We're gonna go back to the NFL.
Oh, and it's NFL season,
baby. It is NFL season. We are not headed into week 5. Week 5 is officially underway. We are in the midst of watching the Seahawks and Rams. Russell Wilson just connected on a great pass to DK Metcalf. But
I need that to be Lockett, boy.
I need it to be.
Wait. Lockett has 4.9 points.
Okay, I think that's better than his last 2 games combined. If I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
But so Eric and I, like we've been picking the last 3 weeks, we've been picking each game against the spread. Last week I came out on top. Once again, it was only by a game. I was 11-4. Eric was 10-5. But I did get my upset of the week correct. I did predict that the Arizona Cardinals would beat the LA Rams. Eric and I both thought the Broncos would beat the Ravens, but
I thought the Broncos would win by a touchdown, and yet they only scored a damn touchdown.
Yeah, and we both thought that the Jets and Giants were going to lose. They won. It's the NFL.
I was happy that my Giants won, and Daniel Jones won NFC Player of the Week.
Yes, and is a hot commodity in fantasy football right now.
He is, guys. Go pick him up if you're in a super flex league or
even a 1 QB league. Like if you don't have a guy that you can just set and forget, like. Take a look at Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
You can look. I posted an article on blitzalytics.com. Daniel Jones is my start of the week this upcoming week. So
against the Cowboys. Let's see what the
You want to start with that?
Yes,
Why not?
yes.
Why not on the Daniel Jones
The
side?
Giants are going to Dallas. The 1-3 team is facing off in an in-division rivalry against the 3-1 Dallas Cowboys. It's on Fox at 4:25. Mark your calendars.
It's the first game Dak is playing against the Giants since the
injury when he played against the Giants back in 2020. Dallas is favored by a touchdown. What are we thinking about that, Chet?
So it's a divisional game.
Divisional games are a lot tougher.
Yes, divisional games are a lot tougher. Therefore, I'm not going to say the Cowboys cover as great as they've been. I just think, like we said, divisional game. Daniel Jones has looked great. Dak has looked great too. So I think it can end up being a shootout.
I don't know.
It could be. It
I don't know
could
if
be.
the Giants have that kid. If Jason Garrett has that many tricks in his bag.
But it could be the type of thing where Dallas is ahead, but they're keeping it close, the Giants, and Giants just have to like catch up, and they're just gonna.
So you're saying Dallas doesn't cover, but
No.
you're picking Dallas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna pick against the Giants again. I think Dallas is going to cover.
Okay.
I think they're gonna win by a touchdown, which we're gonna go down to 1-4. But hey, you know what? I will gladly give up a loss in the pick column if the Giants end up on top.
Oh yeah, of course.
I will gladly do it. The next game is also a New York team. The Jets and Falcons. They're crossing the pond.
Crossing the pond.
Going and playing in London. Atlanta's favored at 9 a.m. 9:30 in the
9:30
morning,
a.m.
guys. So
Get up, grab your coffee, and enjoy this game. It's been all day of football.
Oh yeah, this is a long day.
9:30 in the morning to 11:30, 12 at night on the East Coast. So
Over 12 hours of football, baby.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Atlanta's favored by 2.5.
I want you to go first on this one.
Atlanta, Cordell Patterson without Ridley, without Gage. Great fantasy matchup, I will say. Jets did beat
The Titans
in OT. Falcons lost in upsetting fashion against the Washington football team. I'm going with Atlanta to cover. I think Cordell Patterson is going to have another
40-point game.
30.
Okay, 30. That's still wow. Okay, I do not think Cordell Patterson's gonna have 30 points. I think he'll.
I need him to have 30.
15
I
to
need
20.
him to have 30.
I don't think the Falcons are going to cover, and I think the Jets win this game. They go back to back, and if you're looking at this game, there's a lot of parallels to last game. The Titans were missing their top two receivers. Now the Falcons are missing their two top receivers.
Is it the Jets' curse?
It's looking like it. I mean, the Falcons don't have a defense. The Titans don't have a defense.
But
Patterson, I don't care about Patterson. He's
Stop.
screwed me over in fantasy. And
Stop.
I
You're
just
just
don't want to
mad.
see him succeed anymore. I've had enough of him. So I'm taking the Jets out of spite.
Out of spite. Out of spite. I like it.
God.
Oh my gosh. So two opposite opposing
This might be your opportunity to make up some ground here.
Or
but let's
really
see.
lose a lot. The next game is Packers at Bengals. Both 3-1.
Surprisingly, we maybe thought the Packers would be here, but not the Bengals.
Not the Bengals. Green Bay is only favored by 3 points.
So the Bengals most likely be without Joe Mixon in this game, and it may cause them to have to lean more on the pass, and they're gonna have to be more one-dimensional in this game. Honestly, I think the Bengals, while they played great, they're sort of a fake 3-1 team.
They are.
I do think I think the Packers will definitely cover in this game. Ever since that week 1 meltdown, they have returned to form. Rodgers has been fine. He's trying. Don't worry. He's not giving up just yet. So give me the Packers cover.
I'm taking Packers cover. I think they're going to maybe win by 10 in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of 10-point differential, Lions are going to the Vikings. 0-4 Lions versus the 1-3 Vikings.
Another divisional game.
Vikings are favored by 10 points. What happened with the Lions last week?
They lost to the Bears after we both thought they were going to beat the Bears, and they let us down. So I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I can trust the Lions again. 10 points is a lot.
It's a lot,
especially in a divisional game. I mean, the Vikings are 1-3. It's not like they've been setting the world on fire. I'm gonna say the Vikings do not cover.
Okay.
Not saying the Lions are gonna win, but I'm just gonna say it's a lot closer than most people think. The Lions, up till last game, they've been playing well. They've been playing up to their competition, but I still like the Vikings like straight up, but not to cover though. So
I am going to have the Vikings covering.
okay.
I think.
All right.
I think.
Justin Jefferson.
I think Jefferson, Thielen, Cook's going to go off.
Osborne.
I think it's going to be a field day. I think the Lions, after they lost They lost by 10 points last week to the Bears. I think now it's going to get ugly before it gets better. Because, like, you were fighting so close, and then you throw a stinker up. That loses a lot of hope in the locker room, in which I think it's going to show in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Vikings to cover the 10-point spread.
Okay, well, so 3 of the first 4 were opposites on.
Yes.
So.
In which now the Broncos go to the Steelers. This is a little weird of a record switch right here.
Yeah.
Broncos are 3-1. Steelers are 1-3.
And what's that spread say? You're looking at that right now, and I'm
It
looking
says
at
even. So we're just gonna do a pick.
Let's just pick straight up here. Who do you got? You go first.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay, I am too. And I mean, obviously the Broncos record wise they have the better team.
Oh wait. It says in the pick center. Yeah. Pittsburgh's favored by a point.
Pittsburgh's favored by a point. Okay. I'm still gonna take Pittsburgh. It's basically picking the winner. The Broncos maybe without Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what his status is right now. Drew Lock,
Missouri boy,
yeah. But as bad as the Steelers have been and as out of shape that Big Ben is in, I just think that the Steelers they have enough talent on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they have a lot of guys.
I'm sorry, timeout. Robert Woods has 4 catches for 50 yards.
Sean McVay did say that he wanted to give him.
Oh my God! I'm pretty sure I sit him on the bench just because I was like, wait. Yeah, he's wait.
This is what happens.
Wait. He's in the mess around league. Never mind. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's what happens when we're watching the game in the middle. We get sidetracked and
I'm sorry.
We're focused on the game instead of the content. We got to get out to our fans, Eric. But
we're going with the Steelers, right?
Yes.
All right. Next game. Dolphins at Bucks. Another 1-3 going against a 3-1 team. Bucks favored by 10 points.
Right in our backyard this weekend.
Yes. I won't be here.
I would have loved to have gone to the game, but the Bucks think they could just jack up the prices because they won the Super Bowl. So
I think the Dolphins would do the same.
Any team would do the same, but the principle is that it's Tampa and I'm in Tampa right now, and they did it to me. So unfortunately, the Dolphins look like a mess right now. Jacoby Brissett.
I thought he was the answer.
It's not the answer.
I love the.
Just kind of like first of all, I got to talk about Myles Gaskin here. I've ranted about Myles Gaskin before, but this past week he was on the field for 2 snaps. He had 2 carries for -3 yards. For a guy that's averaging close to 5 yards per carry to give him only 2 carries, that's just like
what's
malpractice right there.
What do you think is going on there?
For some reason, I think it has to do more with pass protection. They like Malcolm Brown more. But for a guy, like I said, averaging close to 5 yards per carry, he's your best pass catching back. The offense is moving up and down the field more when Gaskin is in. I think the 2 offense. So we have 2 co-offensive coordinators that are from co-offensive coordinators.
That's what?
And honestly, they're from like the Patriots, line of guys that like Brian Flores obviously from that Patriots system, and the Patriots like to have multiple backs that they use, but they're just not using Myles Gaskin correctly, and it's bothering me. And I'm hoping something will get fixed about this, but I honestly have no hope, and I'm taking the Buccaneers to cover because I'm just fed up with how they treat Myles Gaskin.
I'm taking the Bucks to cover also. I think it's going to be ugly.
And I can't even say this will help our draft pick because we don't have our own draft pick. We have the 49ers draft pick.
I know. We're going to move on to the next game. It's a touchy subject for Jet, him and his Fins. Saints are going to Washington. Saints just got upset by my Giants in an OT loss. They're 2-2. Washington came back and almost lost in a shocking loss. Almost did.
Well, they won. Taylor Heineke.
Taylor fucking Heineke.
What a guy.
Fucking, future of the franchise. They're 2-2 also. New Orleans is actually favored on the road by 2 points. I'm sticking with the Hind Dogs.
I'm taking the Saints to cover. I think they bounce back. I know both teams are looking for a bounce back game, but what we've seen from the Saints. I mean, I know their defense let up a ton of yards. Over 400 yards to Daniel Jones last week.
I mean, who?
But I mean, like even the difference I think between Daniel Jones and Taylor Heineke, it's not like it's close. I mean, I would take Matthew Stafford just threw a pick.
Oh gosh, and a bad pick too.
Damn.
All
right. But anyways, I like the Saints in this game. I know Jameis Winston has been up and down. The whole Saints team has been up and down, but I know it's on the road. I have a feeling that we won't see the same game we saw from Taylor Heineke last week just because it's against the Saints. But
yeah. I'm sticking with the Heinster.
The Heinster, okay.
Oh my gosh, he's just gonna keep proving you wrong. Luckily, Terry McLaurin is gonna have an amazing week for you for fantasy. Like he did last week.
He said McLaurin was gonna have a big game. He had a big game.
Exactly. That connection is lethal. Heineke to McLaurin, both prolific names in the NFL. I'm going with Washington I'm actually going against the spread. I'm picking Washington to win. I guess they're considered upset.
Yes.
Not my upset of the week.
No.
Next game is Eagles at Panthers. A lot of 3-1 versus 1-3 teams. Carolina is favored by 3 points.
Is this your upset of the week right here?
I'm looking. Continue to look. No.
Okay. So who do you got though?
I'm not saying yet.
You go first. I've been going first a lot.
Oh, for this game?
Oh yeah,
I thought you were talking about.
No, for this game, yeah.
For this game, I am going with the Panthers. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. That 3 is such.
How about Sam Darnold?
Yeah, 3 is such a good line. I think 3 is a very good line.
That is good.
I want to push on this one,
okay.
But I will go with Carolina to cover by 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Carolina to cover. Jalen Hurts has looked great for the Eagles. Unfortunately,
picked him up.
Yes, you did pick him up in fantasy. For some reason, some idiot in our league dropped him. But Panthers, I think, will definitely cover. While Jalen Hurts, like I said, has been great. The Eagles have no defense. The Panthers have a competent defense. They actually just acquired Stephon Gilmore for the Patriots for only a 6th-round pick. You got an all-pro corner for nothing, pretty much, for a guy that will most likely be dropped come draft day. But yeah, I'm taking the Panthers to have a nice bounce-back win at home.
Absolutely. Next game, Titans at Jaguars. Titans lost in saddening fashion, even though Derrick Henry did all he could without any extra help. Tennessee is favored by 4.5.
So the Titans are going to be getting back A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and then we got on the other side Urban Meyer grinding against girls at the bar. I'm taking the Titans covering the spread. The Jaguars are a total mess right now. The players are just not getting along with Urban Meyer, and it's just
could we see some type of sign in the crowd, like some girls with a
yeah, yes.
Like with can I grind on you, Myers?
I'm sure we'll see something like that. Something related to that. We will definitely see. I also have a question for you. Do you think how much longer do you think Urban Meyer will be being a coach for the Jaguars?
If you don't get it together, lock it. Like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, okay.
Thanksgiving. That way, then he'll have some time off on Thanksgiving to go to the strip.
You like to decide a lot of things by Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving's a very decision-making time.
It is. That's what I've
decisions
heard.
Are made.
I guess so, but yeah, the Jaguars are total mess right now.
Oh, yeah. Myers, go back to college towns, bro, because
that's obviously where he belongs.
They're better at covering this stuff up.
Yeah,
they're better at covering stuff up like that. So I just.
So you got the Titans covering?
Oh, Titans are covering.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry is going to eat. So is James Robinson.
Yes, the guy that might be on your team eventually.
Hopefully.
All right, next game we got here. Patriots at Texans. Both 1-3 teams right here. New England's favored.
Is Tyrod back?
Who?
Tyrod
is not back.
Oh!
Mac Jones versus Davis Mills.
Wow, guys. Look at those. You put those names up on a random board. People will be like, "What is this? A geometry
Oh
test?"
god.
Oh my God. New England is favored by 9 points. That is such a weird number to put out.
Especially both teams are not lighting the world on fire right now,
Not-
but the Texans are. I mean, they're still one of the worst teams in the NFL.
9 points is so weird. It throws me off. 9 points is a very weird number to put out. It's confusing.
It's
It makes-
signaling. It's signaling that like Vegas thinks it's going to be a blowout. I guess. Like,
But it also it makes me feel like they're putting that number out there to like mess with your head and be like, Texans could beat them, only lose by 8 points.
yeah.
I could totally see the Texans losing. Wait. Yeah, I could totally see the Texans losing by 8 points.
I could see it, but I don't see it happening. Like I could see it, but I'm going to take the Patriots covering. They have a far better defense. Mac Jones has looked decent. Like he looked great against the Bucs, a stout defense. So give me the Patriots in a blowout here.
A blowout.
Blowout.
A blowout.
Blowout.
I'll take the Patriots cover too.
Okay.
Bears at Raiders. 2-2 versus 3-1. Vegas is giving Vegas a 5.5
I like how you did that
spread.
there.
There we go. Some home, maybe hometown favoritism right there, nepotism.
Yeah. I mean the Bears. Justin Fields is now officially named the starter going forward, barring any injury. They have to travel to Las Vegas. And the Raiders are looking to bounce back. They fell to the Chargers, their first loss of the year. I think the Raiders cover this. I think they're going to win. They're looking for a bounce back. They have the defense. The offense has been much better than expected. So give me the Raiders in this game.
Where's your upset coming in?
We'll see.
It better not be the same as
Is this your upset right here?
No.
Okay.
I'm afraid we have the same upset pick.
Oh, God.
I'm really scared now.
We'll see. We'll keep going.
I'm nervous. I'm going with the Vegas team, and they're gonna cover Vegas's spread.
Yeah.
5.5. I think they're gonna win by maybe a touchdown, 10 points. I don't know. They're gonna mess around. Derek Carr's gonna have a game. Josh Jacobs is going to have a game.
All right, Eric. Now here we go again about your fantasy team.
Yes.
That are more.
You know, Josh Jacobs, he knows.
Does he know?
Oh, he knows.
He wouldn't have missed the games that he missed if he knew about your fantasy team.
But maybe he knew, like, I wouldn't have given Eric a lot of points. Because, you know, if he was clear to start, I may have not started Patterson against you last week. I think he knew that. I definitely do.
Yeah.
I've been getting random text messages from strangers. Maybe one of them was Josh Jacobs.
Oh, God. It probably was.
It probably was, because he knows.
I guess he knows.
He definitely keeps track.
He definitely gets a list of everyone that has him on his fantasy team.
Absolutely.
And he knows when he's subbed out, he's pissed when that happens.
Exactly. The next game is the Browns at the Chargers. Finally, a pretty good matchup. 3-1 versus 3-1. I would say, though, that these are two different 3-1 teams.
Really?
Chargers are favored by 2 points.
When you say two different 3-1 teams, you think like one of them is like a fake 3-1 team?
Not
or
fake. I think they're at different levels, though.
Okay. Who do you think's the better 3-1 team?
Chargers.
Okay. So you're taking them to cover?
Yeah. I can't really. 2 is such a small spread. You got to just go by winner.
I don't think the Chargers will cover. I think the Browns are going to win this game.
Is this your upset of the week?
Defensively, this is not my upset of the week.
I think we have the same upset.
It's not my upset of the week, but defensively, I like the Browns a little bit better. Offensively, obviously, you can't go wrong with the Chargers with all the talent they have. I think that the Browns team has a chance to maybe slow down Herbert and Eckler and Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Maybe we'll see a Nick Chubb game. He's
Eckler
got
knows he's on my team, too.
I like the Browns this game. They do have to travel across the country to Los Angeles. It will be an upset by Vegas' measures, but this is not my upset of the week.
I'm just Austin Eckler's going to go off. Yeah, like he always does. He's going to be the number 1 running back in
Well,
fantasy.
we know why you drafted him, so.
Yeah, I love him. I mean, I didn't get a chance to admire his potential last season because he got injured, so I'm fully admiring it now. The next game is the 49ers against Jets. Second favorite team, the Cardinals.
Oh, now we have my second favorite team officially declared in the NFL after declaring my second and third favorite NBA teams. But
Cardinals are favored by 5.
this is my upset of the week right
Wow,
here.
you're going against your.
After picking the Arizona Cardinals to upset the Los Angeles Rams this week, I am picking the San Francisco 49ers to upset the Cardinals on the road. It's looking like Jimmy G will not play in this game. That brings in Trey Lance, his first career start. In relief last week against the Seahawks, he looked very good, and now he's had a full week of practice to get ready for this game. The Cardinals are not going undefeated. They're going to lose eventually. I think this is the week they finally lose. Give me the 49ers and an upset victory this week.
Nah.
Not your upset of the week.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so I guess all right. Okay.
Arizona's covered.
Okay.
Kyler Murray, gonna cook.
Yeah.
He's
That's
going
what That's what he said about when I picked the Cardinals over the Rams. Yeah.
Oh, but this Kyle Murray's gonna cook now.
All right. So
Maybe this is my second favorite team. Now.
no, that's the Seahawks.
It is the Seahawks. Who are we kidding here?
For some reason.
It's absolutely
Guy that just throws picks game after game.
You know, I put that on Lockett.
All right.
I'm definitely taking the Cardinals to cover 5 points.
All right. Sunday night game. You got a big AFC game. The Bills going to Kansas City.
America's game of the week, guys.
Is this your upset of the week?
No.
What do you define an upset in this game? Because the Chiefs are favored, but the Bills have a better record.
No. This is not.
No. Okay. Well, I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game.
Okay.
Get back to 3-2. Bills would fall to 3-2. The Chiefs look a lot better against the Eagles. Tyreek Hill went off. Mahomes went off. Kelsey had a slow game, but he'll get back to doing what he does best this week against the Bills. The Bills have looked great defensively. They're better than the Chiefs.
I mean, what about Knox on the Bills? You were just shitting on him, and then you go and pick him up.
Yeah, because I'm allowed to shit somebody and then pick him up. There's no rules against that, is there?
I guess.
So who do you have in this game?
Chiefs.
Oh.
Hill's on my team.
Hill's on your team.
He knows he's
so
on
everything's about fantasy. No regard for any of these guys' actual lives outside of football. It's just about them scoring fake points for you to win a stupid little game.
Did you not see that video of Tyreek Hill apologizing to all his fantasy owners?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Guys do this all the time.
He definitely has us in his.
I know. Also, I've told you this. Austin Eckler has fantasy owners in the back of his mind when he's running between the tackles. I know that for sure.
And I know Hill has the same thing when he's running between the safeties.
It's an extra bit of motivation. To provide for not only the fans, but you can.
Mahomes knows that everyone's on him. Kelsey knows you're pissed at him, so he's gonna go off this week.
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm still pissed about it. So.
But he knows he's gonna be like, Jet, I'm so sorry. Here's a 30-piece. Does that lock it?
Oh, that's a flag. Yeah. Sorry for the breaking in the action here. We just had a flag on a deep ball from Russell Wilson, a title lock, and a pass interference call.
Preventing the catch from happening.
Yes.
That catch would have happened. Who is that? Ramsey?
That's not Ramsey.
31, whoever you are.
Mitchell, I think it's.
I know that you just did that for fantasy purposes.
He's going against Tyler Lockett this week.
How you suck. I hate how. Anyways, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs. Monday Night Football now, wrapping it up. Colts at Ravens. Ravens are 3-1. Colts are 1-3.
So unless I'm missing a game here, I'm assuming this is your upset of the week right here.
This is indeed my upset of the week.
Okay, interesting.
I feel it.
Is this what you would define as a trap game?
No.
You're feeling it.
I'm feeling it. I looked at that. I looked at the Colts logo. I looked at the Rams logo, and I was like, yeah.
I mean, until the Ravens actually get a real quarterback, I mean, I get where you're going.
Yeah, Connor, I'm sorry. I'm definitely picking against.
We're gonna hear from him though if the Ravens wind up. I'm picking the Ravens to win this game.
I cover.
I am picking them to cover. Listen, the Colts, they look better, but it was against the Dolphins last week, and as much as I love my Dolphins, they just did not.
It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get sick. I think I'm sick for picking the Colts.
Oh God, Eric's in a totally different mode right now. He's DK Metcalf, first touchdown out of the game.
How do you not throw that to Lockett?
Red zone target, the big guy.
How do you not throw that to Lockett? Lockett made it happen to get into
Lockett wouldn't be able to walk off the field if that was him taking that hit.
Stop.
Come on.
Stop.
He's like 5'2".
Yeah, but he's dirty.
How has he done these last few weeks? Great, right?
Man,
He couldn't have taken that hit.
he could have taken that.
Not a chance.
You know what? He could have taken that hit and still been standing.
Standing. Yes.
Damn right.
Standing in the hospital.
Damn right.
So I think that was episode number 23, right?
Of course it was.
Episode number
It was
23.
the LeBron episode.
All about Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's retired. LeBron's still going. At a prolific all-star, all-pro.
So this just gives everyone a little bit of preview of the NBA action we'll be talking about in the upcoming episodes. So we're both looking forward to that. And we have a fantasy basketball league that we're starting with some of our friends.
Yes, the only thing I ask from my fellow draftees is that I can get my New York Knicks.
Yeah, and let me guys know what you think. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, but I currently have the second pick, and I'm planning on going. It might be a little bit of a reach. You guys let me know what you think. But I'm planning on picking Duncan Robinson of the Miami Heat with my second overall pick.
That's going to be some controversy.
It's controversial, but behind the arc, he's wet from
I think it's controversy also for other draftees.
Yeah, but that's why in a draft you gotta have backup plans. And if these people were drafting with don't have backup plans, they're in for a rude awakening the rest of the year.
That is very true. That is very true. Guys, that was episode 23 of the It's Game Time podcast. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see y'all next week. Peace out.